Yes, good evening, good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, one of those applies. Yes, 29 days. We are in August. We are in August. And it's been a very dull window. It's been a really dull window so far. All the experts, all the financial fans that are accountants and don't seem to like football. But Sava, PSR, we've made a mockery of all the others. We've made a mockery of all the others, right? But Sava, FFP, we're better than all the others, and we're gonna be the ones. We're gonna be the ones this window that take the lead because we've got the money the other clubs haven't. And all I'm seeing is everyone else. I'm not talking about the Premier League. Across Europe, AC Milan signing players for fun, Leverkusen signing for fun, Juventus signing for fun. Everyone in Italy is signing players for fun. Marseille signing players for fun. Palace, somebody said there, even Crystal Palace are signing players. What are we doing? What are we doing? I've been told a lot of people keep giving me the, oh, you're negative and, oh, it will happen. And there's still a month to go. I've just been told by somebody, that I can't celebrate. Love this. Let me get the word in right. I'm not allowed to celebrate if Spurs are ever successful because all I do is put the club down. I love this. I absolutely love this. So what we're doing, guys and girls, we are forgetting the 41 years of support I've given the club. But because I'm hypercritical, because we're not doing anything again, I can't ever be happy with I've got, I can't be happy if we do win anything. Look, it's tough. It's really, really, really tough out there. I'm not really sure where we go from here. I'm not sure what's happening. Again, yes, the transfer window is open for another 29 days, but the actual season, the Premier League season, kicks off a week tomorrow, right? So 2 weeks tomorrow. So you've got 15 days till the Premier League season starts. 18 days until 15, 16, 18 days until we play. And then the transfer window shuts really, really abruptly after the season starts this year. So it gives us 12 days, if I'm not wrong, 12, 11 days from our first game to the transfer window shutting on Friday, the 30th of August, if I'm not wrong. Now, I'll tell you, the things that concern me is the excuses. It is the constant excuses. And let me tell you why. I mean, again, from the same people, I've been debating a lot of people today. And by the way, as it's just confirmed that Crescencio Somerville has just completed his medical with West Ham, a bloke who is better than any of our wingers, other than Son, depending on where you want to play Son. 25 million, and there's us paying 50 million for Brennan Johnson. I don't know what to say. I just don't know anymore what we are. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know where this sense of belief, I don't know where it's coming from. Today, I've been told that Tottenham are going to finish third on 81 points, which means that we have to finish above either one of Arsenal, Liverpool, or City. I watched Liverpool last night, played some lovely football. Funnily enough, without being gung ho. I don't know. I'm seriously, I'm not worried, right? Because I don't expect a lot. But what confuses me, and I will get to all your comments in a minute, I will. What confuses me with all of this, so I'm just trying to see, someone said they were going to come on and debate me, a guy called Tottenham Logic, and I've sent him the link. I'm still waiting. Just sending it to him again. Here is the link. Paste. Here is the link. I'm live now. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just trying to. Yeah, so this guy's been telling me today. Seems like a really nice guy. I've got no problem with him personally, but he's been telling me that I can't celebrate if Spurs ever win anything. That we've had a really good window so far with the likes of Berg, Val, and Archie Gray. Okay, I'll ask this. I'm going to ask all of you. For all the people, even those that are super positive, super positive, I think it's toxic positivity because I don't actually think it's mad. Scott Nelson, am I joking? Is Somerville better than Brennan Johnson? Watch Crescencio Somerville with a football at his feet, then watch Brennan Johnson with a ball at his feet. There is no comparison. One is a superior footballer, right? Scott, watch him play. Last year, he got 20 goals and 9 assists at Leeds, and then we went and took Archie Gray. Again, we did it last year. We went to Nottingham Forest. Didn't take their best player, Morgan Gibbs-White, took Brennan Johnson. This year, we've done it at Leeds. We've not taken their best player from last season, who is Crescencio Somerville. Now, context. I'm not saying Crescencio Somerville is the best player I've ever seen play football. But we've got Solomon and Werner and Brennan Johnson, Kulu on the wings, right? And people will now go, oh, we wouldn't get in our team. I'm hearing it about, oh, Calafiori wouldn't get in our team because Arsenal signed him. Those same people are the same ones going, but Archie Gray, but Bergvall. It's so funny. Whenever a player comes to Spurs as a kid, they are generational. They're amazing. We've done the best business out there for any young player. Anyone else signs a player, nah, they're not very good. It's madness, right? You watch Crescencio Somerville. And do you know what? Somebody's just said that this could be West Ham's 11 in 1 week, right? Let this sink in. In 1 week, this could be West Ham's 11. Now, most of these players are already at the club. One of them is up here. 2 of them are up in the air, but looks like they're going to get both done. So it's Areola in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Kilman, Zuma, and Emerson, which isn't a bad back four. Paqueta and Alvarez in midfield, with Bowen on the right, Somerville on the left, Kudus in the hole, and Fulkrug up top. Now, that doesn't even put in there James Ward-Prowse, for example. That is I'm taking that midfield and forward line over us. How has that happened? How has the West Ham board got rid of Moyes, brought in a manager that lots of people go, oh, look how bad the manager's that's gone there, and then backing him with all these players? And again, it's contextual. I'm not sitting here saying West Ham will finish above us. But again, it's a club that are trying to get themselves from where they are to that next level. I'm not saying on our level, they shouldn't be anywhere near us. With the money, with the revenue we've got, they shouldn't be anywhere near us, right? But when you look at that, who is telling me they wouldn't want that 11 compared to ours? Who is telling me they wouldn't want that 11? Again, this is what we do. Ward-Prowse is crap. You just use stats. What about James Ward-Prowse's stats? What about the wonderful set pieces he puts in? Why is Areola crap? Right? Why is Zuma crap? Right? Name it. Which one of our midfielders and forwards gets in above those midfielders and forwards, Gary? This is what we do. We're in denial. We are in denial. Look at that. Somerville, Bowen, the only one for me of our midfielders and forwards that gets in there. Again, I didn't say the back four. The only one of our players that gets in that midfield and forward line is Son. Yes, Milo, we should be. Look at the money we've got. You're not listening. Again, we're not listening. It's about where a club is and how they try to get to that next level, right? West Ham are trying. West Ham are trying to creep up. We're not doing anything to creep up. We're not doing anything. I mean, a poor footballer. I watched him in the Champions League running last year. His hold-up play was superb, bringing others into the game. He's battling in the box, right? He scores goals. He was excellent whenever he came on for Germany in the Euros. Again, Gary, you're not listening. You're not listening. Two of these, not listening. I'm not saying West Ham will finish above us. But again, it's, yes, thank you at last one. They are showing ambition from where they are. Now, let's look at the Premier League table, because it doesn't look like the guy who said he's going to come on and debate me. It doesn't look like he's going to. The Premier League table last year, where were we? 23, 24. West Ham finished 9th, right? They're trying to buy players to get them a little bit higher, right? They're trying. We're not doing a thing. We're not doing a thing. And again, when I say about another club, people need to stop going, we'll finish above them. Never said we wouldn't. I think we're better than them at the back, right? But you've got to hand it to them. They're trying. They tried to sign Nico Gonzalez and Kante with bids as well. They're trying. Never said that. Didn't say I want that. Listen, you've got to use 2 years. Not got to use your ears. If anybody knows me, Perchy, you're in the chat. I think Lee Enigma is in the chat. I think Nigel's in the chat. People I talk to every day. Perchy, what do I think of Somerville? What have I been saying since last season about Somerville? I did a video on him last year saying that is a winger that I would like to see at my club, right? So again, look, look, Alvarez isn't that good. I love this, right? I wasn't impressed by Alvarez. It makes you laugh, doesn't it? Everyone else's players are rubbish. Exactly, Perchy. You know I've been saying it. Lee, you know I've been saying it. It's true. So when these people, unfortunately, what you get a lot of people who don't listen but make it up that they know my opinion. And they're the people that when Spurs don't have success, I actually find it funny. Those people don't deserve it. Yeah? We're a club that have either Kulu as a fake 9 or Richarlison up front. And we poo-poo the idea of Fulkrog. We've got Brennan Johnson, Timo Werners, but we wouldn't want Crescencio Somerville. Right? No, Charlie, you're not listening. You're not listening. I didn't say we should sign all of them. I didn't say we should sign. Not listening. Not listening. It's really difficult. For what West Ham are doing for them, their forward players I want all day long over ours. Their forward players I want. Their forward players all day long. I don't rate our forward players. Son is the only one that I look at and think, yeah, you could play in a top 3 team. I don't think the rest can. And the confusing thing about Spurs fans is we're living in this continual denial. Paul, he wanted Somerville. I don't understand how this player is average. His stats last year was sublime compared to anything Brennan Johnson did in the Championship. It was sublime. But again, now here's the difference between us and when you get people like this is the difference. We sign Bergvall and Gray and everyone loses their mind. If we had signed Somerville, everyone would be losing their mind. Richarlison scored more goals than Fulkrog in the league last season. I don't understand how a lot of people fail to use context. Like my mum always warned me of people like this when I was growing up. She said, unfortunately, there are people that aren't very bright. They're not very bright. This guy, context. Context is everything. If you bring in a forward like Fulkrog, you're not bringing him in just to score goals. You're not bringing him in just to score goals. You're bringing him in for his hold-up play, for his aerial prowess. bullying centre halves, bringing others into play, a target man. It's madness. It's absolutely madness. Sorry, it looks like that guy's absolutely bottled it. 1 second. I just want to check something. By the way, no, he didn't. I've just checked. No, he didn't. He did not score more goals than Fulkrog. So no. Yeah, Dean, I think this is true. Yeah, I think this is true. They sit here, they watch, and again, the boys in my WhatsApp group, there's very few that I trust in a WhatsApp group. Nige is definitely one of them. He's in there. Nige will tell you, I find it funny now when we praise bad footballers. I find it funny. Yeah? Sure. Okay, but still not as good as Crescencio Somerville and nowhere near as good a footballer. Nowhere near as good a footballer. Who are you having? If I said to you right now, you want a winger running at someone. You want a winger running at someone. Who do you want? Johnson or Crescencio Somerville? It's madness. Apparently, though, mate, people wouldn't want them. No, you don't. You don't want class players. You've been telling me for ages we're really good. I just can't deal with it. I love this. Look, straight away, Odegaard. Let's call it for what it is. Yeah, let's call it for what it is. Odegaard is a fantastic footballer. Let's put it out there right now. What are you talking about? Somerville's an excellent footballer. I'm not just talking about stats. He's an excellent footballer. What is going on? What is going on with this fan base? This is absolutely mad. Again, yeah. I know, mate. I know. People go, give him a year. Give him a year. Look, this is a troll. You can see a troll a mile away, can't you? Odegaard is overrated. Odegaard's a bloody good footballer. Anyone in the chat? I'm not gonna take any of the trolls seriously here. Anybody in the chat? Yeah. Lee, if he starts this season, it shows me where we're at, right? If that's our ambition. If Archie Gray starts, I watched Archie Gray start yesterday, and he looked poor. His passing was awful. This guy is not the guy. With Tottenham Hotspur, where is that ambition? My whole point of talking about that West Ham team is how are we even similar to an 11 of West Ham? How? Agree, Mahfouz, absolutely. Everyone says I only bring up negative comments. I'm bringing up all comments. Everyone should know my show by now. So I'm just trying to see. This guy looks like he's absolutely bottled it. Let's see. Where is he? Where is this guy? Are you coming? It makes me laugh. This guy. Spurs, 81 points. 81 points, this guy told me, and 3rd place. I don't even think it's about having a much better season than Maddison. I just think he's a much better footballer than James Maddison. And I like James Maddison. I do. I like James Maddison. I think he's good. Is he the guy that's going to get you 3rd, 2nd or 1st? I don't think so. But I do think that Odegaard is that level above. I think he's a quality technician of the football. His touch, his control. Milo, this is the point. You guys are the ones judging him. You guys are the ones saying, yeah, this guy should start for Spurs. He's brilliant. What I've seen of him this pre-season so far, he looks okay. He gives the ball away a lot. And that's fine. But in this, we're going to get, in this tactic, in this formation, we're going to get overrun if we keep giving the ball away. Sometimes having all-class players in your team doesn't work. Spurs don't have class players in our team. Don't worry about that, mate. We need to get some class players in our team first, let alone talking about all-class players. Agreed, Rich. Absolutely agreed. For every goal he scores, yeah. But again, you know why? He's not a good technician of the football. He's not a good technician of football. Agreed. This is the difference. All year I've heard, wait till this summer. Watch what Ange does. Watch what Levy does. He's going to back him. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? By the way, guys and girls, smash up the like button. Come on. I am one of the only YouTubers that will sit here and read all your comments. So before you abuse me, abuse the like button. That's all I can ask. I'm not asking anyone to put in super chats, but abuse the like button, please. It's nice and easy to do. And the fact is, right? The fact is, it's free, right? I am one of the only YouTubers that will read all or get to as many comments as possible. Spurs True, formerly known, formerly Richard Matthew, has said 52 points and 9th place. Archie Gray will be starting for England at the next Euros. I mean, first of all, the next Euros are 4 years away, right? 4 years away. I mean, let's slow down. It's 4 years away. You would like to think that in the next 4 years, but he's got other players in front of him in that position. Kobe Mainoo is much better than Archie Gray. Wharton, much better footballer than Archie Gray, right? You've got Declan Rice still in that midfield. You've got loads of players in that midfield above him, I'm afraid. Absolutely. I can judge on pre-season. I can judge when a player gives the ball away a lot. Yeah? Sorry, everyone. Arsenal fans are slagging off Odegaard for his donkey touch. Are we talking about the same? Do you know what I don't get? I'll call it out right now because you know me, right? I'm going to call this out right now. Some of our fan base are idiots. If you think I'm talking to you, not you on the screen, but if you think I'm talking about you and you're offended, then it probably is about you, whoever you are. We rush into thinking every 18-year-old is phenomenal, right? I've watched Archie Gray and Bergvall in these 4 pre-season games. They've done some nice things. They've done some bad things. They are children. They are kids. They are kids. He's not on the level of Adam Wharton and Mainoo. He's not on their level. Kobe Mainoo is miles better than Archie Gray. What are we doing here? Scott Emma said Archie Gray didn't even start as a 6 in his 1 season in the Championship, but now fans are seriously going to claim he'll start again. If this is our level, Scott, I know we're on the same page of this. If this is our level that we want to start, that people are telling me this is how we're going to challenge, and Ange is telling me, where's your winning mentality? He said that to Tottenham fans, didn't he? Sava, Tottenham fans, where's your winning mentality? I don't know. Where's yours? If Archie Gray's the guy, where's yours? Right? So, again, my manager is telling me to have winning mentality. But the fan base don't. Not all of it, most of it. That's not the mark of a top player. Lee Smith, again, Lee, where's the standards? Top players don't lose the football. I don't want a player that loses it and goes and wins it straight away. Stop giving it away. Right? And this is why the overhyping of him is mental. The overhyping is mental. Thank you. It's mental. It's absolutely crazy. I cannot understand how Tottenham so far with 29 days left. 29 days left. We can see the finishing line. What's the plan, people? What's the plan? What is it? What is it that Spurs are doing? What are we waiting for? People keep telling me, but the window's still open. But what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? This is just Daniel Levy doing what Daniel Levy does. Milo, you've asked me that all summer. Whatever names I chuck out, you'll find a reason as to why they're not good enough, right? Whatever names I chuck out, there'll be a reason. I could put out the best player. You'll tell me they're not good enough, right? There are so many footballers out there in the world that are better than what we've got. It's madness how we can't go and land any of them. It is absolutely madness. Do you know what? Do you know what I want with Archie Gray? I want people to just let him slowly be filtered into the team. All of these people, he should start. He should start. From what I saw yesterday, right? From what I saw in a friendly yesterday, he looked completely out of his depth in that midfield. Arsenal to group, I know he does. Odegaard's a fantastic footballer. This is what I mean. He's a very good player. He really is. He really, really is. Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. He walks into our team. Dave has said, I can see this being a poor season. Can see Man United, West Ham, and potentially Chelsea overtaking us. We seem to be having another trial season. What is going on? At the moment, I just need to see something. Even for these trolls that are out there, Dave, don't the trolls want to see something? Don't the trolls want to see better players? You don't know. Truth teller, the words higher ceiling are nonsense. It's nonsense. No one knows who has a higher ceiling. On what basis? Someone give me an answer with context. Why has Archie Gray got a higher ceiling than Kobe Mainoo, who plays central midfield for Man United? Why? Tell me why. I'd love to know what this means. Our fan base is absolutely fine. Milo, I think Miko Marino's a good player. I don't think he's the best player I've ever seen. I think he fits into what Arteta wants perfectly. I think he will sit in there alongside Rice and with Odegaard and will create a very good midfield three. But again, not every player needs to be brilliant. Sometimes they have to fit the system. And I think that Miko Marino will be a perfect player for an Arsenal system. I think he's a good player. Now, I didn't say world-class. I'm not talking about generational. I don't do things like that. If anyone wonders, that was the pug opening the door. It didn't just open by itself. I did have to have a little double look. We'll do this again. If Spurs had signed Mikel Merino, fans will be going, oh my God, Ange knows what he wants. Ange this, Ange that, Ange. Someone else signs him. And he's not very good. He won't get in our team. Our midfield is as average as you like. And you know what? Yeah? You know what? Again, Percher, you'll tell me you're in a group with me. Lee actually wasn't in that group. I put some stats in of central midfielders from last season versus our midfielders. Our midfielders don't come close to any of these players on anything. Tackles, interceptions, headers won, through balls, creation, distance covered other than Basuma. I looked at all of them. I looked at Conor Gallagher's stats versus all of our midfielders. Do you know there was only one stat that Basuma beat Gallagher on compared to every other stat? Let that sink in. And I'm not even saying Conor Gallagher's the best midfielder I've seen. But let that sink in. That's where we are. Everyone else signs a player. They are dreadful. We sign a player. Oh, they're amazing. You've not given them a season to judge. No, Oliver, you're not. Again, I can't help idiots. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Let the boy have a year. Let him bed in. But stop talking about him being a starting midfielder that should be playing for Tottenham Hotspur. It's madness. Tony saying Ange is a fraud. C-Max, I get asked this every stream and I offer players every single stream. First of all, I am not the Spurs scouts. But if I was, I'm bringing back better quality than Archie Gray, Bergvall and Werner. Let's be brutally honest about this. It can't be this, right? It can't be, well, who do you want then? We're Tottenham fucking Hotspur. We are not Brentford or Fulham. We should be going out there and buying proper players that go straight into the 11, that make us better. Where are our standards? Why are they so low? Why are our standards so low? It is madness. It's absolutely madness. But listen, Ash, I agree, but Ange says a lot. Ange has said a lot since he's been here, and it's all contradictory of what he said the week before. I'm starting to not believe a word this man says, if I'm brutally honest. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. They're all promising. They all need time to settle. That's why none of them, for me, should be in the first 11. Yeah? Exactly. Absolutely. Truth teller said Ange is not a yes man. He wants players to fit his system. Full Crogs are not Ange type of player. Right. So Timo Werner is. Solomon is. Brennan Johnson is. Valise is. Really? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I'm going to ask a question. This is something that Perchie always asks me. What do you mean, Lee? What do you mean? He's an 18-year-old kid, Lee. Everyone's going mad about this 18-year-old kid who's only ever played in the Championship. Why should a club like Tottenham Hotspur be having him starting in central midfield in the number 6 role? Why? Fran, I can believe it. This is Tottenham. Milo, you're a dickhead. I've said it. There you go. I've said it. You're not listening. I can't deal with idiots like this. I'm not writing him off. Give him time. He shouldn't be starting for Tottenham. If we've got Milo, you literally, did anyone see Milo earlier say, oh, I want top players? You're saying I want top players. Then telling me you want this guy to start. Absolutely. 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 Harry Kane. Well, Harry Kane must have seen all these players coming in, not doing the business, not on his level. Finally, players want out. Should have been the first player in. Should have been the first player through the door for Ange's system. Ange's system needs a defensive midfielder over everything. Over absolutely everything. Ange's system needs a defensive midfielder. And what have we not got? A defensive midfielder. I didn't say he was better. No, I didn't, Angus. Go back. What I said was, at the beginning of the season, he was in better form. I'm a big fan of Odegaard. I liked him when he was at Real Madrid. I thought it was going to be very difficult for him to break in. There's a difference between someone being in better form and being a better player. Odegaard is a better player. Maddison was in better form. It's madness. Big up, Ben. Hope you're well, my friend. Sava, can you time limit comments so that everyone gets their comments read and also think before they write? Mike, some of our fans, they won't think before they write. Our fans have been saying, the crap I'm hearing now from some of these trolls, I've heard for years. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. I mean, what does this mean, Farrow? Why is this saying come into football? Higher ceiling. What does this mean? How does anybody know the ceiling of a footballer? How do any of you know that? Come on. Madness. Exactly. This I agree with, John. This is what I agree with. This is what I agree with. West Ham and Chelsea are not finished above this. The high bowlers get ridiculous times. The signing eventually will fit the system. What, like last season? Solomon, Werner, Johnson, Valise, Ashley Phillips. Do they? We brought in Dragoshin. He's not going to start. When we can keep saying this. We can keep saying this. The players we're bringing in fit the system. What is an... I'm going to ask on behalf of Perchie. He asked me to ask this, so I will. What is Ange ball? I hear it all the time. Oh, but that player doesn't fit Ange ball. What is Ange ball? Because so far what I've seen Ange ball is everyone flood forward, no one flood back. We score loads, they score loads. It's Ozzy Ardele's football. Daniel, bang on, big up. I love it when people actually use some common sense. It takes time with young players. Kane played his first game for Spurs against Hearts, Mr. Penn. Bale had that poor run. Agreed. Give them time. This, big up George. And George will tell you, me and George didn't always see eye to eye. All right? Extra games in Europa, but no signings yet. Disaster upcoming. Absolutely. No senior signings. Where are the senior signings? We've got Europe. Milo, it's not about us giving names. We're football fans. We can give names all day long. You do realise how much money are Paratici, Lang, McKenzie, our recruitment team, our scouting team, how much money are they paid all year round to go and find top players? It's not about me and you giving names. I can sit here and go, I want Eze, right? I can sit here and say, I want Santiago. What does it matter what I say? I want Bakayoko. I mean, I could sit here and I could reel off players from clubs and I want Coop Miners. I want Baumgartner. What does it matter? Spurs clearly aren't going for these players. So it's all well and good. Me, you, anyone chucking out names. The club aren't going for them. I can't deal with this guy's a troll. I can't deal. Patience. Let me ask a question. For anybody out there that says patience, the window's still open, do me a favour. When those players, whoever they are, signed in the last week of the window, do me a favour and never, ever, ever give me the excuse, right? Oh, they haven't had a pre-season under Ange, because you're the ones condoning it. And again, this comes down to being prepared. This comes down to having a plan in place ready for the season. No one can give me answers to certain questions. No one can give me answers to certain questions. Right? Why? I'm asking again, why are we not in talks with players? When people say the window's not shut, it's been open for a very long time. Why are we not doing anything? Why? Why? Agreed. Big up, Josh. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're really well. C-Max, I know I hear this all the time, dude. Look, I've got nothing wrong with people being optimistic. But C-Max, when I ask people questions, where's the optimism from? Is it from a tweak of the system? No. Is it from improving the players? No. What have we... Where am I to be optimistic off the back of last season that we're improving? Where? We've not done anything. We've not done anything. I'll ask you this question. Right? If you're a Liverpool fan right now, are you sitting there going, we're going to win the league this year? Right? If you're a Liverpool fan doing that, I'll ask the question, what's changed? How have you closed the gap on Man City and Arsenal? They haven't yet. Got to buy players to make that happen. Right? The same with teams below us. You've got to buy players. You can't just sit there and go, oh, we're going to be better this year. But based on what? Like, I'm an evidence person. All these people that think with their heart, that's fine. But these people haven't, C-Max, these people, I bet you, C-Max, you seem like a cool guy and you're never rude. Big up to you. I bet you were one of the people jumped on the train of we can win the league last year, right? Mate, you can sound negative. I'm always spot on with Spurs though, John. John, the people who've been watching me for years, the core people that watch me know that I'm very rarely wrong about the big stuff at Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah? Other YouTubers can have a pop at me. Sava's negative, Sava this. They were all, wetting themselves last year that we're going to win a Premier League title. And I'm the one sitting there going, in what reality? And then when we finish 25 points off it, but you're negative. Am I? Am I negative or am I realistic? But when you say maybe scouts and recruitment specialists know what they're talking about, so why haven't they done anything then? What? This is years and years and years. Big up, Mako80, absolutely. Till Levy is gone, we're not winning anything. Listen, it's not about crying about it. I've got a YouTube channel. Mate. It's not crying. We're talking. Bit of a silly comment. Milo, don't you think it would be better for Gray to have someone of quality as his senior? Bang. Someone to mentor him. Bang, bang, bang. Absolutely. We don't seem to want to do that. Our fans go straight in. Ash, Romero will push a move next season. Mate, I don't disagree with this comment at all. If I'm Romero, I'm asking to leave. If I am getting interest from abroad, from the likes of Madrid and Barca, I'm asking to leave because Romero's going to be the same, right? And Van der Ven, they're going to be the same as what Son has watched for a decade, what Ericsson watched for 5, 6, 7 years, what Bale watched, what Carrick did, Sheringham, right? You name it, Kane, Berbatov, King, all of these players sat and watched the Spurs didn't build. What happened? They all left and they all won stuff. But yet here we are, Spurs fans still believing it's different. It's the same. It's the same. Yeah, agreed. People were writing off Somerville because he was in the Championship, but hyping up Archie Gray. Make it. This is what I mean. For me, I'm not saying Somerville goes in and is World Player of the Year. I just watch him as a winger and go, I like what you're about. He scores goals, he assists, he takes players on, he cuts inside, he beats them on the outside. He's one of those wingers that tries things. Brennan Johnson runs in a straight line and can't cross a football. Mate, Daniel, he can lose his mind at the players all he wants. Let's be brutally honest. They're his tactics that don't work. They're his tactics. No, I don't agree. Good luck to your brother, though. Good luck to your brother. Oh, we are funny. Ed Emerson, I remember seeing Gazza as an 18-year-old. You could see right away he was special. I don't see that with Grail Bergvad. Talented lads. Or, hey, absolutely, Ed. Ed, I think this comes down to an age thing, right? This comes down to an age thing. When I first saw Gazza play, I went, wow, this boy is wow. Yeah, you get that. You see it with Rooney, right? You see it with Rooney, didn't you? He played, and you're like, God, is he 16? Like, see it with Lamine Yamal. These players are special. I'm looking at Archie Gray, and I look and I go, okay, it's a player for the future. The fact that our fans want him in the first team now is because we're so starved of success. We're so starved of success that we start pretending that all of these youngsters should play. I did see this today. I think it would serve many fans right if we did sign McTominay. I think it would serve many of the fans right if we did. They'll find an excuse, by the way. If we signed McTominay, loads of our fans would find a reason as to why he fits an Ange system. Ange ball is perfect for Scott McTominay. It's what we do. Come on. As I said, if Archie Gray had gone and signed for Brentford like he was going to before we bid, no one would be wetting themselves and waxing lyrical about him. He signs for Tottenham, and rather than give him time, we start hyping him up. The Spurs PR machine is hyping him up. We sat down and talked to Archie Gray today about blah, blah. It's like, relax. Just let the kid play. Let the kid play. Sure. Again, and look what's happened to his career. We just don't know what's going to happen. Big up Aaron Lawrence. Hope you're well, bro. So big up Seva. His transfer window is really getting on my nerves. Why did I think things would change? I never think things are going to change. You know what will happen, Aaron? You know what's going to happen? Spurs will make some signings. And whoever it is, the fans will go, there you go. There you go. I will sign Pedro Neto, for example. And people will go, oh. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Pedro Neto is a bad player. But I'm going to ask a question. Let's get a conversation going in the chat. Right? Boom. Absolutely, Josh. Absolutely. I hope you're well, brother. I hope you're well. I've loved seeing how you've grown as a content creator over the last 3 years. So big up to you, my man. Archie Gray is a DM and he's good enough to start for us. Okay, cool. So then what is your ambitions for the year if Archie Gray starts for Tottenham in midfield? Sava, if you know how to do a screen overlay, watch some videos of YouTube of what is Ange, break it down. Yeah, if I do that on YouTube, I'll get demonetized and they can shut my channel down. So no, I won't be doing that. I just don't. I keep hearing it a lot. Ange ball. I don't I don't see as anything to get excited about. I see it as naive ball. Hey, SOF, look, I mean, you could say that Sar's a replacement for Elise, right? If Eze's joining, Daniel Levy's got to go 60 million, boom, in one go. Can't see it. If he does, brilliant. But I'm going to ask you a question. Big up, Josh. Absolutely. But, Josh, this is it. For all the trolls, this is it. 61 goals conceded, and we have made no change to the back five, including DM. And you know what, Josh? We've made no change to the way we play. So they're going to have no protection again. I'm going to ask a question now, right? Okay? I'm going to ask a question. All of this talk about forwards. We need forwards, and we do. I'm not saying that. All of this talk about we must get in a winger, we must get in a striker. Sure, I get it. We need it. For me, I'm going to give you an opinion, then ask you a question based off that. I don't think it matters what we bring in up front. I think even if we brought in Eze and Tony or Neto and Tony, just for example, I don't think any of that matters, because that will not stop the way we can see goals. That will not stop the transition. Now, I did a video on this morning. Let me know what you think about that. I did a video on it this morning about the transition and how we're constantly caught and we're not doing anything to set that right. So for me, I think unless you go and get a number 6, a holding midfielder whose dedicated job is to help the back two when the fullbacks go forward, to drop in and create a 3-man defence instead of 2, I don't think anything changes. I don't think anything changes. That's just for me. That's just my opinion. But again, I say this every week. If Tottenham do not change their style of play, other clubs will love playing us. You saw it last year. Everybody attacks us down the channels because he leaves so much space. So much space. So Gary, every other club in the world, we know about their signings. We know about the talks they're in. But Spurs have kept ours silent. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? If we are in talks, why are we not getting anything done? Big up, my man, Daniel Harris said, do you think we're being lied to? Do you think we're being lied to? We hear all this crap from Ange, but none of it happens. He's clearly a puppet covering Levy's lies about caring about this team. Listen, again, Ange is the one who came out and said, I want to be challenging next year. I want a winning mentality. I want more forwards. And what's happened? Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Kevin, spot on. Spot on. And you know what? I'll play the pantomime villain within the Spurs community. I will if people want me to. But I've played this role of the pantomime villain for the last 23 years. And nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. Yeah, Spurs go and sign one good player and we go, oh, it's changing. I just don't know. I don't know what has changed. As I see things, look, let's be honest. Spurs will not have the start. Bear with me 1 second. Apologies. Talking for an hour and a half straight makes your mouth tired. I can't even remember what I was going to say now. But all I do know is this. If things don't change, things don't change. And what I mean by that is we can sit here as a fan base. We can sit here as a fan base and pretend, that kid there is going to be World Player of the Year. That kid there. God, if all these 5, 6 kids come through together at once, yeah, if they all come through together at once, we're going to be world beaters. Football don't work like that. Nothing changes if nothing changes. We can all pretend. We can all sit here and pretend. But, and again, C-Max, big up to you and thank you for being honest. Again, this is what I mean, C-Max. People got excited because of 10 games. 10 games. And people are talking of winning titles. It's madness. We were so far off it in the end that it was embarrassing from the start we made to be where we were. Cinema, do you know how patient we've been for years and years? About 4 years ago, I just went, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. This is pointless, you know? Look. Again, when I get silly comments like this from trolls with no picture, Sav, I think you should go in as a scout. I'm a football fan. You're a football fan. When I hear things like this, oh, you know more than the manager. Oh, you should be a scout. Grow up. Grow up. Madness. Just grow up. I want what's really good. I want what's good for Tottenham. I want what's good for Tottenham. I don't want what's good for 6 years' time we'll be doing this. Charlie, I've seen your comment about 15 million times. It's fine. I've seen this comment a lot. Please stop trolling, all right? Takes long to negotiate good deals like Eze or Tony. Ivan Toney's got 1 year left on a contract. What on earth is difficult about that? He's got 1 year left on his contract. My question is now, do you know what? You are the sort of person, as are many others, probably like you, Gary, as well. You're making excuses as well, right? Are the same people going, but the Euros are on. The Euros are on. We can't sign anyone. How long ago did the Euros finish? Be 3 weeks this Saturday, won't it? Or Sunday? They've been finished for 3 weeks. Hard to get deals done though, Paul, isn't it? That's why they're in the positions and sought after by... Who's sought after by other clubs? Who on earth wants our scouts and... Who on earth? Mark says, Savile, I see you've got the delusional sheep who believe in fairies at the end of the garden watching again. They always do. No one's overhyping Somerville. No one's sitting there saying he's going to be, in 4 years' time, he's going to be this. But Somerville is better than most of our wingers. Watch him. Watch him. If we had signed him, you'd be sitting here talking about how great he is. SOF said, I listened to him for years. He's been saying the same things. It's actually sad that the club has not changed. SOF, if you're talking about listening to me, I haven't changed, right? Nothing's changed. I want to come on here one day and go, Jesus Christ, Tottenham, yes. And not with one signing, because I know what the fan base is like. We'll sign Ivan Toney and people will go, oh, you're in the mud. Why? Ivan Toney should be a standard Tottenham signing. That shouldn't be an amazing, oh my God, we got it done. He's got 1 year left on his deal. He should be about 45 million. This should be very, very easy. No, he's just signed for West Ham. Van der Ven will be definitely headhunted by top European clubs if we don't win next year or two. Of course he will. Of course he will. Our better players will go. Our better players will go. That's been happening for 20 odd years. Kane, who stayed probably longer than he should, got fed up towards the end because nothing was changing. Nothing was changing. Well, all 10 of his assists, crosses, some might have been pullbacks, 5-yard passes. Make it make sense. My ideal manager with this kind of squad is difficult. I could sit here and talk about Pep. I can sit here and talk about winners, but that's not going to do anything. I would say somebody like a Wagner. I would say someone, Glasner, for example. I think he's a good manager. I think he's a really good tactician as well. I think he plays people in the right positions. Yeah, Kane wasn't good at 18. Kane wasn't great at 18 when we watched him. Right? What's that got to do with anything? I agree. DMB. Again, some of these kids, a lot of these trolls and these kids, they didn't get to watch Hoddle, Waddle, Gaza, Klinsmann, they didn't get to watch it. Who's more than ready to be in the starting 11? Who? Why? Lee, your standards are so on the floor, it's unreal. Why don't you want Spurs to win things? Why is Archie Gray ready? I watched him yesterday. He looked awful in that midfield. He looked really poor, right? Why is he ready? I don't understand. Sorry, did you watch every one of Leeds' games last year to know that he's ready? If Archie Gray was so good as a midfielder last year for Leeds, why is it when they had problems at right back, he was the one they shoved there and not someone else? If he was that fundamentally good, why didn't he remain in the central midfield position? VCAT said to me, Savra's too positive, saying it will finish 6th. Sorry, with these squad and these tactics, I can see us where Man United finished last season. Look, at the moment, I think we'll finish 6th. Again, signings can happen. Not that I've got any faith that those signings will actually move us up, but we'll see. Hey, we'll see. At the moment, I think we'll finish 6th. But I don't know. I don't know. There's going to be clubs that don't have Europe as well. West Ham won't have Europe. Newcastle won't have Europe. These clubs are going to play one game a week like we did last year. We're going to have a lot of games. And at the moment, we've not got a squad that can deal with it. We've got loads of kids, right, that everyone is hyping up. I saw this girl. I said to you, I saw this girl doing this video on, oh my God, Spurs have got the best crop of youngsters. How does she know? How do you know? They've never started a Premier League game for Spurs. Who is feeding this BS? Right? Just because I'm not like other YouTubers, and I won't just say something so I get 1 million views and make thousands of pounds. Right? I'm saying it because I love my club. I want my club to do well. Absolutely. You categorically cannot say anything has changed until we're either legit challenging for the Prem or holding it aloft at the end of the season. Mate, absolutely. I've seen the club finish second, third, fourth, fifth. Nothing's changed. Mate, C-Max, I try. Do you know what? That's what makes me laugh. It's a double-edged sword. People will either like this format because I will bring up comments that I like, comments that I don't. Some of your comments I don't agree with. I bring them up. We're having a chat, right? I try and bring them up. Other people will only do it if you put in a super chat. Now, of course, super chats get priority, right? But at the end of the day, I will try. It should be a football forum for everyone. I will try and get to comments if I can. But what the double-edged sword of that, C-Max, is the abuse that comes with it and the trolls that come with that. Good evening to Andy Feeney. Talking about super chats. Big up to Donna, who's in the house. Said, well, Mr. Sava, when is Flamingo Park Day? Flamingo Park Day, for anyone that doesn't know what this means, Tottenham on Tuesday night. I'm going to watch a Tottenham 11. So it'll probably be a lot of our youngsters. But it's a Tottenham 11 playing Cray Wanderers. And that's just near where I live. I'm not going to give away. A place called Flamingo Park, which is where Cray Wanderers have got their new stadium. So Cray Wanderers are maybe 2 divisions below the Vauxhall Conference. So, but it'll be a Spurs 11. I'm going to go down there. Me and my wife, actually, a couple of other YouTubers, we're going to go down and watch the Spurs 11. We'll see who's playing. I don't know. Probably a load of kids, and we'll have a watch. Big up to you, Donna. I appreciate that. She's also given a Football Heritage TV membership to someone, so thank you very much. People have been very tight today with their likes and subscribe, but thank you very much, Donna. You have made it worthwhile. So big up to all of you. Big up to you, Donna, for doing that. Coming against Mr. Sava, Donna Ball or Ange Ball? Donna Ball all day long. I don't know what Ange Ball is. Big up to you. Another one says, I apologise to everyone for the bad window. Sorry. Oh, how we laugh. And then another one saying, I will now sign Tony Eze and Neto. Sure, but while you're there, can you buy a number 6? Because it doesn't matter who you buy up front. That midfield of ours is painfully average. We need a number 6. Big up to you, Donna. Really appreciate that. If we make no more midfield signings, would you not play Gray? Who's he? I don't know. This is the problem, right? This is the problem for me, Milo. Okay. Problem for me is I think all of our midfielders are super inconsistent. Sarr, I'll be honest, I'm not sure about him. I've never been sure about him. I'm not really sure where the hype comes from. Basuma is an excellent number 8 who's inconsistent and always played as a number 6. And Bentancur is a technically gifted player who is very inconsistent and the injuries are hurting him. Is Gray any worse than them? I don't know. I need to see him in some proper games. But for me, we should be buying better. Martin, I don't call everyone who disagrees with me trolls. Look at that guy C-Max just disagreed with me. I didn't call him a troll. The trolls, you can tell. You do it, Martin. You're always in my chat trolling. I know. I can see. Don, I'm only subscribed to tell you how much your mental health must be in the gutter. Unsubscribe again shortly. My mental health is good. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I'm getting healthier. I'm enjoying my work. I'm enjoying my YouTube. Big up to you, Don. And just so we're clear, Martin Parker, when you want to talk about trolls, can I call this a troll? Some fake picture and a stupid name? Yeah, I think we can. But big up to the Don. Thank you very much for being here. However, I do agree we're going to concede bare goals. All right, blood. We're going to concede bare goals. Milo is, I'm Ange out. I don't believe you're Ange out, Milo, the things you say. Mate, listen, Ange ball is better than Southgate ball. But listen, I think you kind of need a bit of both. We need a bit of Southgate's defensiveness with a bit of Ange's gung-ho-ness, if I'm going to be completely honest. Rasul said, Sava, why do you think City don't concede that much? Because they play similar with a high line. Well, let's break this down. Everyone who says they play similar to Spurs, they really, really don't. Right? Man City, first of all, don't always have both fullbacks high up. One of them normally tucks in to make a free, whether that be Walker from the right or whether that be Vardial or Ake from the left. They will tuck in and support, let's say, the two on that day are Diaz and Stones. Right? So that when people attack, you've got three at the back, plus Rodri is the number 6. Man City as well have the best players at retaining possession of the football. So Man City are absolutely brilliant at not giving the ball away. Spurs give the ball away at a rate of knots, which means our transition is always going to be turned over. So when people go, Bentancur's great, Basuma's great, Sarr's great, Gray's great, cool. Well, let's see them not give the ball away then. Let's see them protect the back four. Man City also have players that can play in multiple positions, and their movement from right to left into the middle is superb, right? There's nothing like Spurs are nothing like Man City from my point of view. Conceding 61 goals was about how we play. Sure, of course it's about how we play. Timothy, another stupid comment. Conceded more the year before. We conceded 2 more the year before with no Udogie, no Van der Ven. We had Sanchez, Dyer, Emerson Royale, Sessegnon. Come on, make it make sense here. Yeah, make it make sense. By the way, I just want to nip this in the bud. Conceded less at the back, playing 2 at the back, and a quarter of the season had Emerson and Davis as the 2. As I said the other day, if you're going to come at me with nonsense, be prepared for facts. Spurs averaged conceding the same amount of goals when Davis and Royale were at centre-half that they did when Van der Ven and Romero were centre-half. It was the same average number of goals conceded. Right? The goals that we were conceding at the back end of the season when Van der Ven and Romero played nearly every game was madness. Right? So again, you need to look at your facts. Lang has always kept his talk silent. Well, at the moment, so silent and we're not signing anyone. Come on, man. Come on. Let's keep this real, shall we? Yogi Bear said Levy's retirement bonus is still in negotiations. Oh, there's someone at my front door. Let's just see who it is. Hang on. Oh, she hasn't got a key. Have you got a key? I'm streaming. Hang on. Wait there, everyone. Sorry. Hello. Sorry about that. It's what happens when people don't take their keys with them. Big up to you. Spurs Live. So, yo, Sava, if you've got any time, I'd love to jump on to give you my analysis and thoughts on Ange Ball live. Josh, you are more than welcome to join me over the weekend. I'm only going to go for another 23 minutes now, so not worth it now. But yeah, let's do that. Next time I'm live, let's do that. We surprised when Onana went to Villa. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Big up James said, Sava, what done it for me with Ange was the League Cup against Fulham. Since that Chelsea game all went downhill. Listen, I was really. Can you stop that sniffing? I don't know what this means. You know when this guy came on just now and said, "Why do you call all people trolls?" I mean, come on. Where were we? Sorry, what was that comment? Yes, the Fulham game. I was massively disappointed with Ange. We were 3 games into the season. Everyone's not tired. Everyone's fit. And he changed 9 of the 11. We get knocked out. And it just made me go, oh, God, what are you doing, mate? This was, we haven't got any games midweek. You could put your best team out for a cup run, but didn't. Big up, Jamie. Negative all the time. Jamie, I'll be right again. Jamie, let's put a £5 bet for charity. You tell me, Jamie, where will Spurs finish this season? Yeah, you tell me it, and then I'll tell you. Let's see who's right. Mwaka said we shall be in mid-table come this season. Mid-table. Well, that's not great, is it? By the way, keep smashing that like button, people. Only 198 likes, 350 of you in here. So please do smash that button. We're going to go for another 20 minutes. Please, we are now only 150 away as well from getting back to the 13K where we were before I had a break. So please do smash that button. Anthony Mayo is a centre-half. Martinez on loan from Barca as they cannot register him. Ex-Bilbao, good thing. Look, there's loads of players that we could be getting, mate, but we just don't seem to be doing it. Yeah, I've seen Kez. I remember watching Kez when I was at school. Yeah, come on now, Kez. Come on. Yeah, come on, Sava. You've seen the film Kez. Pick the best kids. We can beat United. Love it. Absolutely love it. Video complete. Sofiane has said, Rabiot for free. This should be a no-brainer. For me as well, I think he's better than anything we've got in midfield. Watch all of our fans say he's not good enough, even though he plays for Juve and plays for France, but he's not good enough for us. Swanex, big up my man, has said, if Ange does not tweak the way he plays, he has to go. He has to see the error of his ways, and if he's too proud to change his methods, then he won't last in the Prem. Listen, it's going to be a very interesting first half of the season. These comments always make me laugh. Why can't you judge after the window? I'll tell you why. Because it's the same thing, Jamie, that I was talking about before, right? It's the same thing I was talking about. When the players come in, if they come in that last week of the window, the season has already started. They've had no time, no pre-season to get to know their teammates, right? And then fans will make excuses. Oh, but they haven't had a pre-season, right? That's why we've had all summer. Why wait till the end? Timothy has said, isn't getting hysterically positive about the first 10 games the exact same as getting hysterically negative about the last 10? Which is why I don't get hysterically positive or negative. For me, Spurs had a meh season. The first 10 games overshadowed what was a very average season, right? For me, again, I agree with you. I don't think there's reason to be, oh my God, we're dreadful, or oh my God, we're brilliant. But people do it. Billy said the mentality we have is a joke. It showed when the fans clapped the players off losing 4-1. Shocking. Shocking. And you know what? The worst thing that ever happened, right? The worst thing that ever happened, Kulusevski comes out after that and says, we may have lost the game, but we're winning at life. And you sit there and you go, Chelsea have just beat us 4-1 in our own back garden. No other club has players coming out going, we won at life. That was an embarrassment. People going, oh, Kulu, yes. Oh, Kulu, what a mentality. What, praising losing 4-1? Shocking. No wonder fans love him. You should be hurting. You should be coming out and going, that's not good enough. That can't happen. We're embarrassed we lost 4-1. That's what they should be saying. But it doesn't happen. Big up to Mario, one of my channel members. Big up. How are you doing, bro? Hope you're well. They said, Ange shown Conte outburst video and sacking. Ange replied, we're going to win the league, don't they? Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Here is Perchy. How you doing, bro? How you doing? I hear a birthday is coming up for you. I said the Euros excuses are rubbish. So many players moved during the Euros. I agree, mate. I agree. Jess has said Brentford might not sell Tony because of the injury to his replacement. Should have got him from sooner. Jess, there is that way of looking at it, my friend. There is that way of looking at it. This is the point. If you want a player, go and get them. If Ivan Toney's your guy, go and get him. Right? We can all judge afterwards if we think a player's good. But if he's your guy, go and get him. Right? Stick your chest out. Say, this is my signing. Go and get him. I agree. Big up to George, another one of my channel members. If you want to be a channel member, just ask George if you could put the link in for people to subscribe and be a channel member. That would be much appreciated, my friend. Just smash the like button and subscribe. Would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. By the way, tomorrow morning, my premiered video is going to be a back and forth conversation between myself and Dave, the Irish Hotspur. Since we last spoke 10 days ago, nothing's happened, so we're going to be talking about that. and talking about his feelings on the club versus mine. And then Saturday, I've got a live watch along for Tottenham Hotspur versus Bayern Munich, for anyone that doesn't know. Absolutely looking forward to Tottenham Bayern Munich. Bayern, there'll be no Harry Kane. So for anyone who thinks they're seeing Harry Kane, you're not going to see him, I'm afraid. Haskenhoff, how you doing, man? My favourite photographer in the world said at least under Poch we had some balance. Bang on. How come Ange doesn't build from the back? Bang on. This is supposed to be a professional manager. I'm stunned at how many managers don't get the basics. I can't agree with you more. Liston Hines, who's been here for years watching. Big up, Liston. Hope you're well, my man. Liston Hines has said the Euros are on. Their vacation is on. EastEnders is on. Excuses. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Excuses. That's all it ever is, and it's all it ever will be. Have you seen Somerville in the Prem? No, of course not. Of course I haven't seen Somerville in the Prem. Big up, Donna, with some more super chats. Donna Cullen, whoever you are, thank you. I said, I will sign Kimmich for you, Mr. Sava. Thank you. That would be much appreciated. See you at Flamingo Park. Love you. So if you hadn't been doing this for over a year, I'd be truly worried. But fair play to you. You're always in here. Mr. Sava, please tell him I'm not a troll. You're not a troll. And if you are, you're my troll. All right? You're a good troll. You're one of the good ones. Video complete, Sofiane. Big up and said, I can see us finish 8th if we don't sign anyone. Look, at the moment, obviously it all depends on who else does what. Injuries to other clubs. But at the moment, I can't see us finishing higher than 6th. I do not think we have strengthened in any way, shape or form. And you know what? As Einstein said, if you keep doing the same thing, right, you can't expect different results. Big up to all of you. And also big up to Scott Colliver, who has just become a new channel member. Big up to you, Scott. Hope you're well. You're always in here watching. You're always more than welcome. So thank you very much for supporting the channel. I won't forget it. And it does mean a lot to me. I love this bloke. This is one of my favourite. Sava literally hates every single one of our players. Yet we narrowly missed out on top 4. Sava literally hates. Jamie, I'm going to help you out here, mate. If you Google the word literally, yeah, you'll get a definition of what it means. I'm a big fan of Van der Ven. Yeah, I think Porro's a very good footballer. I don't think he's a right back. I think he's a very good footballer. I think Basuma as a number 8 is a very good player. I really like Son. Right? I think Maddison's a good player. Adogi, again, not a left back, but I think he's a really good player. Right? I really like Van der Ven. I really like Romero. Vicario's a good goalkeeper. So, no, this isn't quite right. I don't hate all our players. I want us to be better. I want us to act like the club that built a £1 billion stadium to put pressure on the clubs above. Again, absolutely, Adam. Eze is a hard deal, question mark, with a release clause. It's a hard deal because Levy won't put the money down. Becky TT, big up to you. Hope you're well from the touchline. T, you're welcome. How you doing? Glasner or Gary O'Neill, I like him. Lots of people seem to like Gary O'Neill. He did a good job last year. Let's see how he gets on. Daniel has said, I'm really trying to understand the consensus here. Do people still want Ange? Do people want new players? It seems like every year people give up before the season started. Daniel, do you know what it is? I don't think it's about giving up. It's about how we're kicking on. And if we're not kicking on, you've got to ask, what are we doing? You've got to kick on as a football club. Guys and girls, can we get 11 more subscribers in the next 12 minutes before the show ends to really help me kick on towards that 13K back to where we were? That would be absolutely amazing, please. Listen, video complete. I think Basuma will thrive if played as a number 8. I think if he keeps playing him as a number 6, I don't think he's going to thrive. But it is what it is. Romero go next summer. Others will follow. He'll be down to the last 2 years of his contract. No rumours of an extension. I agree. I agree. Unless we start doing things, right? Unless we start doing things to show ambition, the better players will leave. Video complete says if we don't sign anyone, we'll finish 8th. Jason has us down for 7th. Right, let's ask the question right now in the chat. As it stands right now, we can play the hypothetical all day about who we sign. With the squad as it is, where do you think Spurs will finish this year? And then as a backup question, where will we be manager-wise? Does everyone think Ange is going to see the season out? Let me know your thoughts. Look, I've got no problem with her content, by the way. She talks really well about football. But every video I see about Spurs makes it sound like all our youngsters are ripped up the Premier League when none of them have started a game in the Premier League. There's got to be a balance, right? There's got to be a balance. Again, yeah, absolutely. DAX Sports, can we cope with the Europa? I'm not sure. Let's see. Big up George. He's been a member for 11 months. Said the channel welcomes all Spurs fans. Yeah, positive, negative, whoever you are. Thank you for the 2 people that just subscribed as well. Can we get 9 more? That would be amazing. Foxy, there we go. Cray Wanderers are in the Isthmian Premier League division, just down the road from where I am. Where are we? Ibrahim has said, Sava, I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'm jealous of Spurs recruitment and the footballers you have. Very technical players and very high IQ. Okay. Okay. I mean, we must be watching different players, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm trying to catch up. Absolutely, people are. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We keep moving forward. Paul said, same Sava. I think Sarr been overhyped. He's another one. If he played for Arsenal or Villa or Chelsea, we'd be sitting there saying this guy's not that great. He plays for Spurs. Damn right. I know the sayings. Don't you worry about that. Where are we? God, I'm so far behind. Hang on, let me see if I can catch up. Here we go. I'm just going to try and catch up. Sorry if I'm missing loads of comments. Maybe this way I missed loads and loads. Here we go. Oh my God, I'm really far behind, aren't we? Where are we? Eugene has said, Sava, I'll put a bet with you on us finishing 5th. I mean, it's hardly worth. It's hardly worth a bet for that, is it? If we finish 5th, we've not moved any further forward, have we? Sava, we're now linked with McTominay. Honestly, I think it would be funny if we signed him. That would be Spurs to a T. Sav, I want to bet Johnson gets more goals and assists than Somerville. No, because I've got no idea if Somerville... West Ham have got good players in that position. Paqueta and Kudos and Bowen. So they might rotate a bit more and they've got less games. Johnson will play every game because we're that bad. I'm not sure. Big up Sava. I love me some Ange. And I think Bergvall is the kid who breaks into the first 11. I don't think he's ready yet. Watched him yesterday. The number of times the boy gives the ball away, we're going to just concede goal after goal. He looks very good. He looks technical. I just think we've got to bed him in slowly for me. But if he breaks in, he breaks in. Nice to see you, Jacob. I hope you are well, my friend. James has Sav, only got 5 minutes with you on Stel's show, so I'd love to chat again. James, get in. Have you got Stel's number? Ask Stel for my phone number and WhatsApp me, mate. Please don't give it to anybody. Please do not give it to anybody. We have got 9 minutes of the show left. Big up Rico Beans. I said, big up Sava. The missus forgetting keys like Lange's forgetting to sign players. Do you know what? I trust my wife more in the transfer market than I trust Lange, Levy and Ange, if I'm going to be brutally honest. Truth teller. I love it. Sava, you've been way too harsh on Ange, calling him naive with very little evidence. He's an experienced manager and has a plan. I'm watching his tactics. Are you telling me, I'll ask this simple question, right? Should a back four of Porro, Van der Ven, Romero and Udogie and Vicario in goal, should that back four be conceding 61 goals? 61. If the answer to that question is no, then it's on Ange, right? Because I don't think that defence should be that bad. Yeah, do you know why, Eugene? You know why? Aston Villa played 17 more games than us, also had loads of injuries. So their players had games and tiredness, right? They still conceded the same amount, finished above us, and got to the semi-finals of European competition. The difference is, Eugene, as well, and I don't know if you've ever picked up a football history book, Unai Emery is a serial winning football manager, right? At big clubs in big trophies. So that's why no one's calling him naive. The difference is, at the beginning of last season, everybody said all of our players were better than theirs. So surely, Adam, link to membership. George, can you do me a favour? Could you put in the link to for the membership? I don't know if you have already. Let me know. Yeah, Somerville was younger when he played in the Prem. You watch now. He's a good player. He's a good player. Agreed. Danny said, yeah. Ange has done nothing to prove he can adapt. I've had enough living in hope. Me too. Absolutely. Hang on. Let's see. Channel membership. Sorry, who asked for channel membership? I'm putting it in there now. I can't see if George has. He might have. And big up to George. The post I'm putting in at 19:23, 7:23 UK time. That is the link. It will say membership as the last word if you want to become a member. Big up to you. Jamie, this is one of my favourite comments from people who don't understand context. None of the other top 6 clubs have strengthened much. You do realise we're like 25 points behind Man City, Liverpool and Arsenal. They don't need to do as much as we need to do. So how do you suppose we catch them? How about you stop worrying about what the bigger clubs are doing that win things and worry about what we're going to do to strengthen, right? You're late for the show. Billy says we're going to finish between 6th and 8th. Have we got to that portion yet? When did I ask that question? You watch. When Somerville plays really well this year, people will start making excuses as to, you glaze, I don't know what that means. You glaze other clubs. We're in a transitional period. Stop. I don't compare us to Arsenal or City. What are you talking about? We're nowhere near it. We're nowhere near it. We are nowhere near it. Jamie, come on. Where are we finishing in the league? I still haven't seen you. I don't care if we beat Bayern. It's not about it's not about friendlies. The Mile High, how you doing, Leo? How you doing, bruv? Says, Sava, do you see our new Korean player anywhere near our first 11 in the next 2 years? Yes, because we need to sell merchandise. Look, on a serious note, I don't know. We'll see. I think so. I don't reckon it'll be this year, but I do think it will be next season, yes. Eugene's gone with 5th. Diacona's gone with 6th. Barbaric Disdain, superb name, has gone with 8th. Truth Teller says 5th, and we're going to win Europa League. Good luck with that. Don't even try. It's too long anyway. He's gone with 10th. Toby Marks Dunn has gone with 5th. I love it. All these people are saying I'm negative, and none of them have gone for Spurs to finish any higher than we finished last season. Let that sink in. Savvy, you're so negative. We're going to finish 5th again. Love it. Absolutely love it. 8th. 6th. Jamie's gone with 4th. Martin thinks we're going to finish 3rd. Good luck with that one. Ash has gone with 6th. 8th, 5th. Jim Bird COYS. How are we doing, Jim? Said, at this rate, we'll be starting the season with a weaker team than last season. Teams know how we're going to set up and punish us. Boom, 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 boom. 4th from Scott. Have you noticed everyone who trolls me has gone for 3rd or 4th? Have you noticed? You can see it a mile off. Big up Danny has gone with 7th. Terry O'Shea said, come Christmas, we'll have Southgate in charge. Don't. I can almost see Poch coming back. I really can. 9th from 52 points. 7th, 8th, 5th, 8th. Joshua Jones said, hey, Sav, I'm a United fan. I enjoy watching Tottenham, but because it's fun to watch with this style of football, it's not good for getting results. As I've said, Tottenham are a good watch for the neutral. As a Spurs fan, it's horrible shitting yourself every time a team attacks us or we lose the ball. There's far too many for me to read these all out, but lots. I think the consensus seems to be in and around 5th to 7th or 5th to 8th, but we'll see. There's still time in the window, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how good the players are going to be. And did everyone agree with me or not? Feel free to disagree. I don't think anything changes. Unless we get a defensive midfielder. People said we finished 10th last year when Kane left. Not me. Said we finished 5th. All of this Kane talk is what a load of nonsense. Kane was going from before. I have tweets from June saying I wouldn't mind McTominay. Gary, in the gutter, mate. What do you mean you wouldn't mind McTominay? Look at what we're doing as a fan base. McTominay. Oh, my God. Big up Brian Daigle in the chat. Said, Football Heritage TV. Good evening, brother. And everyone in the chat. Hope you're well. I hope you are well, sir. One of my favourite people in the world, Brian Daigle from Daigle Land. Yeah, there you go. Get my number off of Brian. and we can talk, James. You're always more than welcome on. I know we disagree on views as well, which it makes for better viewing. So yeah, let's do that. We can't have perfection. No one's asked for perfection. I'm just asking for a manager that doesn't concede 61 goals with that back four. Evening, Sarah. Good evening to Simon. Sorry, I do try and get to every comment. I'm trying. Savvy, you've got the best views on youngsters. Don't criticise them as they're young, but at the same time, don't act like they're already agreed. Give them time. Give them time. It's all great banter, isn't it, Lord Rodney Trotter? We are going to end the show in 2 or 3 minutes. Can we get some more likes? We should be on 250. We're only on 235. Guys and girls, I'm going to ask nicely. We are only 5 subscribers away from the total that we were looking to get to tonight. 5 of you right now. Can you please? It's free. I read out all your comments, even without super chat. So surely you could do me a solid. Rob Brown has become a YouTube member. Rob, much love to you as well. Really appreciate that, my friend. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much and hope you enjoy the content. Mahfouz said it's laughable how Spurs fans having a go at other wingers from other clubs when they're hyping up Werner and Johnson. It's madness, man. It's madness. Angus, of course, thinks Spurs are going to finish 9th. I don't think we're that bad, Angus. Ricky Osvaldo says we're going to finish 10th. 7th or 8th. 5th and a Carabao Cup. I'd take that all day long. I'll take that all day long. If we finish 5th to 8th, that'll be 5th with a Carabao Cup will be amazing. Big up to you all. Yes, we do have a lot of disillusional fans. The problem is what you'll see, Master Yoda, is next year when those disillusioned fans are wrong again, they'll still come back next year and go, "You're so negative. You're so negative. He's only had 2 years. He's only had 3 years." Love it. Listen, everybody, really enjoyed this show. I have got to be somewhere at 8 p.m. So take care. Much love. Smash the like button. Come on. We are now only 4 subscribers away from making it happen. Gary Beck said Neto incoming. I'm a fan of Neto. It's about whether he can stay fit. For me, more than anything, we need a defensive midfielder. Somebody has got to protect that back four and this god-awful tactic of both fullbacks flying up at the same time. Take care, everyone. Big up to you all. Take care. And as always, what do they say? Come on, you Spurs.